This video is not sponsored by Bang, but I drink it. Folks, welcome back to the show. Let me tell you something. I think we talked briefly. One of my last episodes, I talked about the TT Artisan 25mm f2. Let me tell you something. I like this lens so much. How much? So much that I packed up every autofocus Fuji lens I own. I put them in a box and I sent it to Adorama. They're gone. This is it. I have one lens I'm going to use for this camera. I don't have a choice to make. When I'm going to the streets, I grab my Fuji and I grab my one lens. Got rid of $1,400 worth of lenses so I can use this instead. Use a $60 lens from China. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But that's what I did. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is not just to tell you that, was because I got a comment the other day and about this lens. Somebody picked it up. I'll read it to you. I got a comment the other day from Jeremy Z. He said, "Yo, I just picked up this lens today, the 25mm f2 by TT Artisan, and I saw your vid. Did you find the focus scale on the lens to be accurate enough to use, or do you have a better method for zone range focusing? Thanks." I did find the photo. I did find the lens very accurate. The scale on the top. What I did was the whole day I used it. I had it on f8. I put the infinity marker on f8. Which made everything between 0.8 meters and 1 meter. So I would say 2.5 feet and to infinity was in focus. We're going to look at some photos. Now, let me explain a little bit something about sharpness in this range focusing kind of thing we got going on here. Is it tack sharp? Like you can see the pupils, you can see the detail in the eyeballs, you can see every pore. No, it's documentary work though. It's not supposed to, it doesn't need to be. I'm going to open up Lightroom and we're going to take a look at some of these photos to see the sharpness. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these photos. Now this one I focused in on, so we're not going to look at that. Okay, these are all range. I didn't focus on any of these. I set it just like I said. I put infinity on f8 and I just framed the shot and took it. I didn't adjust focus. I didn't do anything. I just took it. Okay, so now this is zoomed in way far, right? There's 100%. It's exceptionally sharp. There's 100%. There's probably 600%. Is it sharp? Is it bone sharp? No. That trash can's sharper than she is. And I'm probably maybe 6 feet away. That's at like a 300% zoom. That's the original. Look how sharp it is. Look at the tree. Look at these people. Look at the buildings in the background. Look how sharp that is. Moving on. Is she tack sharp? No. Not at 400%. But if you're looking at it as it's supposed to be looked at it, as a photograph, and you're not zooming in 600% and pixel peeping, yes, she is sharp. Let's move on. This was a closer shot. I'm probably a meter away, 3 feet. Let's look at the color version. She is a little soft. He is sharp, fairly sharp. But let's look at it how you're supposed to. Are they sharp? Yes. Look at the hat. Look at the lamp. Look at the buildings. Look at the tree. You can see the bark. Let's look at another one. They're several feet far away from me. And yes, he is sharp. That tree's blurry. Sharp enough. It's soft. But from the normal point of view, it's sharp. Here's a landscape. This dude's running by. I do have grain in that processing, so that's why it's grainy. Zoomed in to what, 600%? I don't know. From a normal view, absolutely. Normal view, sharp. Normal view, sharp. Still sharp. Exceptionally sharp, right? It's acceptable. It's street photography. We're not selling makeup. You know, we're not looking at eyelashes. We're not zooming in and seeing reflections in their eyeballs. It's zone focusing. If I want to, okay, now this is a shot that I actually focused on because it was a portrait. And it's super sharp. Look how zoomed in I am. $60 lens, folks. 600% zoom, and it's sharp. I can see every detail on an X Pro 2, 24 megapixel sensor. I probably focused on that. She was moving. She's soft. The bricks are sharp. Why is she so soft? She's soft. What was my exposure on this? 500ths of a second. ISO 320. F8. It doesn't tell me what the F number is because it doesn't have any electronics. Look at this. Look at this. Zone focused. F8 to infinity at F8, and bam. Moving towards me. I pulled it up. I framed the shot. I took it. And look how sharp. You can almost read his badge. Yeah. To answer your question, if this lens is sharp with zone focusing, yes. Use it. Have fun. I like F8. It's a great aperture. You get a lot in focus. With this lens, it goes F8 to F16. There's no F11. And I'm staying away from F16 because I don't want any kind of diffraction. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to eliminate any chances of diffraction. So I am hitting that sweet spot, which would probably be F6, 5.6 to F8. And there is no 5.6 with this. Oh yeah, there is. There is a 5.6. It goes F2.8, F4, 5.6, 8, and 16. And then F2, of course, the other way. And there's an in-between. There's an F2, and then there's a between F2 and F2.8, which is strange. And then it goes right to F4, F5.6, F8, and F16. Yeah, I'm not doing F16. I'm staying with F8. F8, infinity symbol. I would say no closer than 3 feet away from you. And it's going to be relative. It's going to be exceptionally sharp. Is it sharp? Yes. If I was posting to a magazine, I would bring it up and I would focus, because I have a model and she's allowing me to do that. On the street, they don't want you to take their picture, so you have to be quick. You have to come up, boom, right? You don't have time to focus. I'm impressed with this lens. I love the way it looks. I love the way it renders. I love the texture. I love the quality. And I love the focus, sharpness, accuracy. It is a no-brainer. It's $55 to $60. I suggest this 100%. Thanks for your comment, sir, Mr. Jeremy Z. Thanks for watching and commenting, and there's your answer. So, and everybody else, I was kind of wondering about the sharpness of the TT Artisan 25mm f2 and the accuracy of the focus scale. I hope you all have an amazing day and get out there and shoot. See you later.